Is March 7th still packing her luggage?
Okay. Yeah, I did decide. I'm getting quite a bit. Cool. Oh. Okay. Sandy! Why are you calling me meanie? I haven't been mean to you. Hey Ad1, how you doing? I actually looked this time. I think Zandy could learn a thing or two from you. All I do is have Zandy just bully me. Don't know what I've ever done to just, deserve this, but you know what you didn't do yesterday? What did I not do yesterday? Play Wuthering? You wanted to see my nice goddessy Cantarella? You didn't say bye. I did say bye. Takeo was the only one there. You weren't. Ah, unlucky, man. Keep trying, though. You've got time. It's only been like, what? Is it a week that the thing came out? The anniversary. Yeah, it's a bit over a week, isn't it, actually? Because I finished the 7th reward. I won't mention, although I did spend like £1. To be fair, I did good. I got Acheron's like cone last night. Well, probably early this morning, I should really say. I did say bye, dude. Just as usual, you don't pay attention. But yeah, keep trying for Fugo, dude. 100%. She's worth it. I don't know if you've got Lingsha, but people keep telling me to use her with Lingsha on certain battles. I've pretty much finished maxing out my Casterus. Those two that I haven't are just kind of irrelevant. I maxed out her more than I have done my Herta. Oops. Just to increase my speed? Yeah, I don't know about that. To be honest, I was debating on going for Fugu's Light Cone, but I feel like her Light Cone is going to be good in certain instances, but like the one I'm using now is probably more times towards Acheron because DOT, damage over time. I'm pretty sure I said bye as Andy, but if you want to be, you know, I'm not even gonna entertain you. You see, Ad one is being nice to me, so yeah. Castorus, I just need relics. All I need is relics now, because my relics are trash. But my luck with characters being okay and like cones not being so good, my luck with relics is probably the worst. I always get either defense or HP. If I want HP, I don't get HP, I get defense. If I don't want defense, well, I never want defense. But yeah, it's my relics are crap. That's why I've not bothered really upgrading them at the moment, and there's no point in upgrading them further at the moment. It's just a waste of money. Stats wise, yeah, not that great. The guy whose Castorus I use, I think he's got 260% crit damage and something crazy like 55% crit rate. But yeah, I leveled up a few characters to 80. I hadn't got Robin to 80 for ages, so I've got her up. I've not done Tribby because I don't use her enough at the moment, and I don't use Aglia enough at the moment. I'm not going to ascend her yet because I don't have the materials, but I probably will consider Acheron. I've got Locha up to 70 now. Done some more of his traces. Not loads. Problem is, a lot of these things get to the point where I just need like the Echoes of War, and I've already farmed up the Echoes of War for this week. Wait a minute, didn't I get Rowan May to 70? What the fudge is my... Where's my Rowan May? What the hell? Okay, there she is. I was scared for a second. I think it's just because I haven't built Tribby well that I'm not a big fan at the moment. But I reckon maybe when I eventually do build her properly, I might like her. But yeah, at the moment her skill is kind of what's handy for me because of the penetration damage. I don't know, Zandy, what am I gonna do with you? Forever a pain in my ass. Oops, did I say that out loud? Yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna do this quest next, wasn't I? That was it.
Phew.
What's up, Pom Pom?
Just got a message from the Xianzhou La Fu. Looks like it'll conflict with our original schedule.
It's been a while, my friends on the Astral Express. How's your trailblazing expedition going?
Takeo!
Soon, the Xianzhou Luofu will be holding the
Tell
Luminary
you what,
War
everyone,
Dance.
Takeo's
Those who have
Acheron.
aided the Luofu in overcoming the
She be
crisis
OP.
are cherished allies of the Xianzhou. Thus, on behalf of the seat of divine foresight, I'm extending an invitation to attend the ceremony. Your presence would be greatly appreciated.
I like Jin Yuan. He's cool.
Well, things aren't getting lively. We've barely recovered from the family's Charmony Festival, and we're already being invited to another special event.
What? We haven't done the family's... What?
Why not think about it this way? Our trailblazing expeditions are turning into blast expeditions, where we eat, drink, and play wherever we go. Blast? Expedition? Yeah, wherever we
So we should leave March behind to take care of the Express?
Hey, that's not what I meant. I'm all for some fun. I just hope there won't be any surprise party crashers, like Friday or Saturday.
The Xianzhou Luofu has recently overcome a crisis. By holding the war dance, they're demonstrating to everyone that they've returned to a state of peace and safety.
But that's what everyone said before we went to Penacony. You'll be totally safe under the family's protection.
No need.
That's a bit
to worry.
random.
The war
Like,
dance
whoa.
is not like the Charmony Festival with all its hidden
I don't mind him.
secrets.
I think he's alright.
It's just a festival
as a
to honor the
character.
Rainbow Arbiter and the Cloud Knights. who
Can't
fought
say
against the
about like
abominations of
fighting
abundance
with
and
him though.
protected the Xianzhou
Don't have
ships.
much of an interest in that.
Aside from star skiff performances, it's mostly martial contests. Nothing too different from the Taiki and Roboball contest we've seen before.
What do you think, Himiko? Since we've accepted Miss Black Swan's proposal, we should probably head to Amphorius for refueling.
There's certainly no rush. This trailblazing expedition is quite unique, and the Express needs to be fully stocked and prepared before moving on to the next stop. With Madame Herta's help, I was planning to deliver some Leviathan fossils from Kalinga Abyss to Ron May, member 81 of the Genius Society. It could earn us some favors before we set off. However, it may take a few weeks.
So how come you don't like Welt?
So that means we're not going to the Luofu.
Being an adult means maintaining relationships, whether we like it or not, March. Since we've been invited, it's only right for the Astral Express to attend the ceremony. So, here's the plan. Pom Pom will take everyone to the Xianzhou Luofu. Mr. Yang and I will meet up with Ron May and fulfill our promise. Meanwhile, you, March, and Don Hung will represent the Express and attend the war dance.
What do you two think? I don't hear any objections.
Yeah, I used him on a trial. He
Everyone's on
wasn't
board with the plan.
terrible, but he
Work
wasn't
the Xianzhou
amazing.
Luofu.
Let's just say not exactly in a rush to get him, basically.
Kalinga Abyss. What does she expect to find there? Current research on the Leviathan merely proves how little we know about such life forms.
That's why geniuses are interested in that field. Science is all about uncovering the unknown. Don't miss us too much. If I stumble upon some cool Leviathan fossils,
No worries,
I'll bring a few
Takeo.
back as souvenirs for you.
No, Zandy, I am not doing the March 7th quest because I haven't done the prerequisites for it. I'm currently doing my quests in order on my list. This is now the next one. Then I will do that one, which is one of the requirements. And then I'll probably do that one because... yeah. Wait. No, I won't. Wait. No? Why is that the Trailblaze mission? Weird. Because sometimes I get really angry when my ass is getting handed to me and I rage a bit, but then I usually end up winning anyways. And I don't think it's amusing for people.
Between Leviathan fossils and the war dance,
That and
The
if
latter
I don't have
definitely
someone to
sounds more
talk to,
fun.
I end up being really quiet. To be
by the
honest.
way, Don Hung, this
But
time
thank you,
you'll
I
be taking
appreciate
a
that.
stroll with us on the Luofu, right?
I mean, tomorrow I'm going to try and
Just
stream
let
for
you
8
two
hours
wander
just to
around
see
aimlessly on the
if it'll
Luofu by
wear me out or
yourselves?
not. Maybe 9
I
actually.
don't think so. Plus, Mr. Yang is right. The Ambrosial Arbor crisis just ended.
I'm doing it, am I?
and
No,
both
I'm doing the...
long life and short life
uh,
species are still feeling
I don't know.
uneasy.
I'm doing a low
And
food
that's why
quest.
Jing Yuan wants to organize the war dance, to show that the Xianzhou Luofu is stable.
If this is the quest, Sandy, then fine,
And,
happy days.
since he has
But
extended
I
an
don't think it
invitation,
is.
it's only right that I visit my old friend.
Coming back to this place brings back so many memories. You know? Hey, I'm not actually gonna recite a poem. I was just thinking about all the twists and turns we went through when we first
I have to
arrived
admit,
on the Xianzhou.
March 7th is extremely goddamn cute.
This time we're not being forced or enticed.
Don't worry, dude. That one is fine. Don't worry about it. As I say to everyone, it's just nice to chat with people.
Incredibly smooth.
I mean, a lot of the time I'm usually being told what I'm doing wrong on this game by people. It's not too bad. Sometimes Andy's nice to me, sometimes he's really mean to me. Takeo is always very helpful, which is why I'm gonna make my PC account Takeo Jr. in honor of Takeo. I am actually gonna make a PC account soon. I've been thinking I probably should, but I'm not a pro elite like Takeo with like 5 normal accounts and then friggin' 10 in total.
I'm just hoping for the best. You're the one jinxing us.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm trying to keep a better eye on my freaking what's it called? My chats now. I've got Twitch at the top and TikTok in the middle now, and I've decided to put my monitor that way so I can better kind of see it. I mean, normally I should probably have it on top, but it's by my window right now, and I don't like the idea of completely blocking out the light, but I don't really care too much because I never really get the sun through this end. But I've spent hours redoing my room today, and I really can't be bothered to change it again at the moment for at least a week. That is probably why you can now see behind me. You can't see very well. That is why now my 49-inch monitor is behind me now. I have been thinking of actually just like turning it on and just having it play a background, but then you can't really see it when I'm sat like this. Thanks. I like my lights. Although to be honest, every single light I have is Govy. I only have Govy lights, quite literally. But they make good lights, and they're usually good pricing too. I've got my microphone in a different position that I don't normally have it in. I'm just trying to make sure I don't have it covering my face. I guess that kind of works. But if you can't gather, I really like purple, and I also like blue. Hence why that light right there is going between purple and blue, although it's a bit bright, so you can't really tell. What if I darken it a bit? I will say though, if you're after ambient lights, definitely give Govy a shout. They are good. Okay, making it darker has made no difference. No. What if I make it brighter? Nope, no difference. Okay. Yeah, my room is... It's pretty much near enough there now. I just need one more PC, and then I need to get rid of a few PCs, because... Yeah, the one I'm streaming on, it's kind of a gamble whether my USB is going to deactivate themselves or not, and then it won't allow me to
Is
end my stream.
Starskiff Haven always this crowded?
And then if I turn it off, I
So
risk
many
blue screening it,
people
because that's what
here.
originally
I
happened.
can barely hear anything.
Yenqing said General Jingyuan sent him to welcome us, but where is he?
Let's wait for him in front of the loom. It's the most prominent landmark on the dock.
Oh, Fugu. I don't know what it is about a chick with fluffy ears, a fluffy tail, and a kimono, but... And the design of the kimono is so nice as well. And even when you walk, her little ears move, and her tail.
Hey, you guys, hold on a moment.
You're always
Did
mean,
they
Zandy.
just call us?
Don't know why you
Look
hate
at
me,
their
Zandy.
outfits. They're from Penacony, right? Are you familiar
My
with the
team is
Cienzo
getting
Lafu?
better, and I only noticed earlier
We
that
know a little
Cypher
bit about it.
isn't a kid.
What do you need?
Someone had a
We're
trailer where
from
she looks like a
Penacony.
kid, but
Maybe
she's
you've
not.
heard of it. We came to this ship to gather interesting materials for making dream bubbles.
No,
We
Zandy.
just left there.
Cypher is
Oh,
not
talk about
better.
coincidence.
She might have cat ears,
That's great.
but I'm sorry,
Do
fox
you know
ears.
any must-see
And a
attractions on the
foxy
Lofu?
tail, dude. It's big. It's fluffy. It's a foxy tail. A cat tail is just like, "Nyeh." Don't get me wrong, I've got nothing against cats, but foxes are cuter. And I actually like foxes in general. Hence why I just realized I think my monitor isn't straight. No idea.
We did.
Yeah.
But the locals were all like, "Come on, there's nothing worth seeing on the Lafu.
Foxes
It's so
are
boring
adorable.
here."
But red
We can't
pandas, though.
blame them.
Red
If someone
pandas are probably the
asked me
cutest.
what's there to see on Penacony, I'd probably
Thanks, Ad1.
struggle to answer
Yeah,
too.
Fugu is cute. My team is
That's why
getting
we're
there.
asking fellow tourists.
I mean, the next few
Most
days
of
I'll
the
probably
tourists
just
around
grind
at the moment are
levels
here
and
to attend the
traces
war dance.
up to whatever
And
point I
that's why
can.
we're here too.
Because until the Echo of War refreshes, I can't
Yeah,
do
we know about that ceremony.
much with
But
my
isn't the fighting
traces.
ring still closed?
I can only get to a certain
I've
point.
heard the ring was actually converted from a huge decommissioned Lafu fighter jet. No doubt about it. It's a massive fighter jet. It's got to be larger than a civilian star skiff.
Is he a
But
robot?
for now, all we can do is wait until the war dance starts in a few weeks before we can board it. We've still got work to do, so we can't just sit around waiting for it to start. That's why we're asking you about some must-see attractions.
She's a kid and she sounds like a grown-up. What the hell?
We're looking for unique experiences that you won't find
Weird.
on Penacony.
And he sounds like a
Our
robot.
clients love these kinds of dream bubbles the most.
Yep, red pandas are, dude.
You're the expert here. Give them some suggestions.
I haven't been paying attention to this.
Good idea. The everyday vibe of the Aurum Alley is a
Thank
rare
you.
find on the
Don't
planet
worry
of
about likes. Like I
festivities.
said, I just
Everyday vibe.
don't mind having
Yeah,
people
Our
just
clients have
chat,
had their
to be
fair
honest.
share of adrenaline-pumping dreamscapes. Maybe
I do
something
sometimes
down
try
to
not
earth
to
would
chat
touch their
over the
hearts.
dialogue though, because sometimes I don't pay
Thanks for
attention
the
to
suggestion.
stuff,
We'll head
and
to the Aurum Alley to gather materials.
then I get confused and I don't
Maybe
know what I'm
we'll run
doing,
into
or I
each
make a
other there in
mistake.
a couple of days.
I usually just make a mistake.
Look, Yenqing's here.
Oh, really? Let's go catch up with him.
But yes, I like red pandas. But yeah, sorry Zandy, Fugu is numero uno, and anyone who argues that, I will destroy them. Which means I will destroy you.
are. Everyone, this way.
I say this with a smile on my face. I'm kidding, I wouldn't destroy you, Zandy.
Hey, everyone. It's been a while. It doesn't feel like it's been that long.
No worries,
since we
everyone.
last saw
It's
you.
cool. Yeah, it's about 11:30.
Yenqing, are
I'm
you-
streaming late. I don't normally start at this
What's
time,
up,
but
Miss March?
gaming room and stuff.
Say,
It's
kids
taking most
grow
of the
up
time, but
really
yeah,
fast.
take it easy. Thanks for
Yenching,
stopping by.
are you a little bit taller than before?
We've only been away for a few months.
Long
Have a
time
nice
no
night.
see.
It's been a while.
Oh, you've come along too, Mr. Danhung. Sorry for the delay. With the upcoming war dance and the Starskiff Haven being so busy, things are a little hectic.
Seriously, I've never seen the Lafu so lively before.
I was a bit worried that holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis might be too soon. But seeing the bustling Starskiff Haven, I understand why General Jing Yuan chose this timing.
Yep. There's people from other delves and travelers like you three who have come from afar. With the war dance coming up, there's a huge number of visitors pouring into the Starskiff Haven. The Cloud Knights are working hard to keep the security tight. The general said this ceremony would help the Xianzhou Lafu recover from the crisis. It's a way to showcase our martial spirit, reassure people, boost morale, and attract visitors from other planets to promote trade and peace. By the way, the Xianzhou Alliance places great importance on this ceremony too. The Xianzhou ships, the Zhuming and the Yaoqing, have both sent messengers to offer their blessings. Yeah, I wonder if you've heard of it. It's known as the Star Forge, and it's responsible for providing more than half of the Cloud Knights' armaments. The Xianzhou Zhuming boasts skilled craftsmasters, and General Huayan is a top-notch craftsman himself. If only I could get a sword forged by him, I'd be on Cloud 9.
By the way, Yenching, where are we headed next?
I'm sorry for talking your ear off. The General wants to catch up with you at the Palace of Astrum. He's been eager to hear about how the Express has been doing.
I mean, I haven't actually
It's
left
funny
the
how he
Lafu
tries to
properly
act all
yet.
mature, but
Only
whenever it comes to
literally the
something
other
he's
day.
interested in, you can really see his childish side. I agree.
All units, assemble quickly! Get ready to protect the crowd!
I just mentioned security, and now all of a sudden something's gone wrong. Excuse me, I need to go check out the situation.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
We'll go with you.
Protect the civilians. I'll deal with him.
Oh, I'm very well aware of these douchebags.
Borison? Why are there Borison here? This ends now.
Have we met? Unite our goals. Allow me to purge time to cleanse the filth. Eternal. Dreams of a... Let us dance once more. You two will head to the nether realm. Root here. No holding back. Clouds scattered. Be of pure body and mind.
Not good.
Oh, it's her. Damn.
Thanks for the help.
Sorry, no time to chat.
Could you give me back my...
Poor guys. Dude, low-food quests in general, man.
Wait,
Love 'em.
my sword!
Oh!
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid we'll have to put our plans on hold for now. I need to find out what's going on.
I really just wish you could keep doing
While we
quest after
appreciate
quest.
your rescue, my Cienjo friends, don't you think it's a bit too much to detain us and our cargo?
Sorry, but we've been ordered to detain you and your cargo for inspection until we figure out the source of the attack. Once we're done with the formalities, we'll let you and your cargo go.
Oh, but this shipment isn't even meant for the Lafu. And it's IPC's patented technology. Who do you think you are to conduct an inspection?
According to the protocol, all cargo arriving on the Lafu must go through inspection.
But we didn't officially enter your dock at all. We just sought refuge in your dock because we were attacked by the Borisin.
Looks like this argument could go on forever. Let's not get involved in a heated dispute that won't lead to a resolution.
So these are like werewolf dudes. Yeah. Never managed to have an actual good look at them, to be honest.
Who's in charge here? I need some answers.
It's my fault. We let our guard down for a moment. I take full responsibility.
With the war dance approaching, safety should be a top priority. Now, tell me, how did Borisin prisoners end up in Starskiff Haven? According to the protocol, Borisin prisoners should be held on a Starskiff and taken directly to the shackling prison under strict supervision without ever touching the ground. Who allowed a prisoner transport ship to dock at the passenger terminal?
Please don't blame this, Captain. This incident involves the Ming's diplomatic vessel.
Who are you?
He looks a bit shady.
I'm Liu Jun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad. Thank you for your help, Lieutenant Yanqing. The situation unfolded rapidly, and it shouldn't be held against the captain. Here's what happened. An IPC transport ship was attacked by the Boris
That's like
just
Kirito's
before
voice.
arriving, and the Ming's diplomatic vessel came to the rescue. They fought off the Borisin pirates and imprisoned them on their ship.
So, an IPC ship was attacked by the Borisin near the Lafu, and the Juming envoys saved them? This sounds complicated.
Honestly, it gives me a headache too. The Ming diplomatic ship, adhering to standard procedure, docked at the passenger terminal to hand these criminals over to the Lafu. You know, with all the outsiders flooding onto the Lafu, the Starskiff lanes are under immense pressure. The Borisin desperados decided to put up a fight before the prisoner transport Starskiff could get there. And that's what you just witnessed.
We'll make sure these prisoners are sent to the shackling prison as soon as possible.
I see. It's an unusual situation indeed. I'll report it to the security department of
seems
the
a bit
Realm Keeping
sketchy.
Commission and ask for their cooperation in handling the aftermath. Maybe I should gather more details from others so that the Seat of Divine Foresight can have a better understanding of the situation.
Oh, you look much maturer now, Yanqing.
Please don't tease me, Miss March.
Oh,
The
March.
situation on the Cienjo
You do
before
say
the
the
war
most
dance
silly of
is like a
things.
calm lake that can be disturbed by even the smallest pebble, capable of generating far-reaching ripples with even the slightest disturbance.
What are those people? I mean, those monsters we just dealt with?
Yeah, those werewolf monsters are known as Borisin. They are abominations of abundance, and we've been fighting them for a very long time.
Of course, they're part of abundance. Huh.
The Borisin have been a powerful force for a long time, plundering and enslaving many worlds. The threat they pose is just as terrible as the Swarm disaster, and the Alliance even had a fierce war with them 3 decades ago. Their presence has faded over the years, but who would have thought?
According to that officer, they attacked an IPC ship near the Senjo Lofu. Such a brazen attack seems quite unusual to me.
Yeah, that's what I find strange too. It seems like the IPC and the Borisin have some serious grudges. Well, enough with the chit-chat. The General wants me to take you to the Palace of Astrum. I'd love to chit-chat a little longer, but there are some things that can't be left unchecked.
Is it a serious matter? Maybe you'll need our help in hunting down the Borisin?
Thank you, but it's no big deal. By the way, that young lady who just appeared, she took my sword. I'm thinking of filing a lost property report at the Realm Keeping Commission to see if I can get it back.
I doubt she did it on purpose. Perhaps she's around here somewhere. Shouldn't we take a look?
All right, let's not keep the General waiting.
Don't worry. There aren't many people out there with that kind of talent. It shouldn't be too hard to find her.
Yeah, I don't like him.
There sure are a lot of troublemakers around.
He looks dodgy. I literally got that, what's the word, impression straight away. Ah, I'm gonna say hi to, yeah, Bebe. Wow, what's her friggin' name? Can't figure what her name is. Yukong. Yes, Yukong. The other foxy waifu. Maybe I should change my team up now and not have Renmei. Actually, you know what? Nah, I'll keep Renmei.
It's been a long journey, Elder Huayan. Thank you for your presence.
Oh, there's a short dude.
Don't mention it. Thank you for taking the time to welcome me.
Wow, he's really short. I think it's the shortest person. Oh, it's like
General,
that girl.
I brought our guests from the Express. Oh, I'm sorry for my bad timing. I didn't know you were meeting a guest, General.
Don't worry, you're just in time.
I really like Jamie.
It's been a while, my
He's such a
friends
cool
from
guy.
the Astral Express. Oh. Well, it's an honor to be in your dreams, my friend.
I like the guy who does his voice as
Allow
well.
me to introduce you to General Huayan. He's the Arbiter General of the Xianzhou Zhuming, known as the Flaming Heart.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a tourist here, no different from other tourists who've come to attend the ceremony.
Elder Huayan is not only one of the Arbiter Generals, but also the Furnace Master of the Artisanship Commission. Besides his martial skills, he excels in forging various weapons. Such talents are unique, even among the Arbiter Generals.
Be it Arbiter General or Furnace Master, these are merely titles given to me long ago. I've retired several times already, but with the current change in circumstances, the Marshal has called me back to duty, and I had no choice but to answer the call. Well, in the end, I'm to blame. Living such a long life naturally brings its share of disapproval.
It's an honor to meet you, General Huayan.
It's my honor to meet you, General Huayan.
No need to be all formal. Today I'm just a guest on the Lawfu, the same as all of you. So, these three are the ones you mentioned, Jingyuin? The heroes who helped you with the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Indeed. There's Don Hung, March 7th, and him. Without their help, I'm afraid the Lawfu might not have easily overcome this crisis.
So, the Imbibitor Lune's reincarnation has returned to the Lawfu and will attend the war dance. I'd love to have a drink with you should the chance present itself.
Oh, this is a nice guy.
You're more than welcome, General Huayan.
And this young friend is?
Yanqing, my apprentice. He remains by my side as my retainer due to his youth, which I hope will season him with experience. He will stand for the Lawfu's Cloud Knights in the upcoming war dance, ready to take on all kinds of challenges.
Great, great! It's a real treat to see so many talented young people around here today. Oh, I almost forgot. This is my apprentice, Yu Li.
She's kind of cute, actually.
It's you!
Oh, it's you. Hello.
Oh, you two already know each other? Guess we don't need any introductions then.
She's still
What a
so...
coincidence! I was afraid I'd have trouble finding this girl.
Oh? Now you've piqued my curiosity. Tell me, how did you two become acquainted?
She helped me capture the escaped Borisin prisoners at the Starskiff Haven. Allow me to express my gratitude for you. But when you left, you took my flying sword with you.
Your flying sword? Oh, so that's why I found a dagger in my bag.
Ooh.
Turns out it's yours.
Ouch.
Yes, it is. Now that we've met again, I hope...
Nope, that won't do.
What?
Won't do?
You want your sword back, right? Well, you can't just take it back. On the Juming, when you lose your sword on the battlefield, you have to reclaim it on the battlefield.
Oh, great.
As for this little sword, it was supposed to strike that escaped Borisin prisoner. But unfortunately, its owner's agitated state caused it to fly off like a kite with a broken string.
She's friggin' digging
and
into
it
him.
missed its target. By the way, if I hadn't caught it and helped it hit its mark, that Borisin prisoner would have gotten away.
Damn, she's really digging at him.
Hold on a sec, Yun Li. You took my sword without even asking, and now you're refusing to give it back?
So much for Lawfu swordmasters.
Ooh.
What did you just say?
If you just stepped up and took your sword back from me fair and square, I would have totally respected you. But nope, you tried to play it down, expecting me to just hand it back to you like it's nothing. In front of everyone.
Okay, you guys are making a big
With
deal out of
all
something.
due respect, you don't honor your sword, so you don't deserve it.
Hasn't anyone told you that taking without asking is stealing? If you want to settle this with swords, fine. Let's have a one-on-one duel right now.
Yanqing.
Well, that's more like it. Just be careful. Because I'm not as easy to handle as the Borisin.
You two, be quiet and apologize to Yanqing.
Hey! Whose side are you on, Grandpa?
I don't take sides.
It's a small misunderstanding, and an apology would be too much. I've heard about the Zhu Ming's incredible swordplay and craftsmanship. Most most notably, the legendary Flame Wheel Octet. Seeing Miss Yoon Lee, who is among those ranks today, well, I must say, she definitely has that fiery edge.
Such grandiose names. Some folks love to spin these fancy titles, trying to set the Cloud Knights apart. Yoon Lee is still just a young girl, a bit awkward and hot-tempered. So please forgive her if she's being rude.
Well, everyone, Elder Huayan and I have some business to discuss. For now, Yang Qing, why don't you entertain our guests and take Miss Yoon Lee to the inn? I'll find another chance to talk with you all. I'd like to express my gratitude to the Astral Express for helping the Law Fu during the crisis.
That's so kind of you. I mean, you've already thanked us so many times.
Please forgive me for coming at an inconvenient time.
You needn't apologize, General Huayan.
All right, Yoon Lee. Take this opportunity to clear things up with Yanqing.
Yeah. It's better to make friends than enemies. But I won't be heading to the inn just yet. I want to visit Lingsha. She just arrived in the Luofu and could use some help settling in.
Ooh, Lingsha.
Yang Qing, once you've helped our guests get settled, go to the Artisanship Commission for me. I've heard about the attack and the detainment of the IPC ship. Qingzu sent word that the IPC members are protesting and wish to have their cargo back. See if you can calm them down. Don't get aggressive. Just make it clear that the Xianzhou Luofu has no intention of violating their rights.
I'm on it.
Okay.
This is the report Qingzu just sent me. Let me take a look. Looks like the General has given me a tough challenge. He wants me to try and help put the IPC's mind at ease. Well, it's not exactly a test. As Cloud Knight officers, we not only learn the art of war and martial arts, but also occasionally have to handle diplomatic disputes. It's just, you know, talking things out isn't as straightforward as duking it out with weapons on the battlefield. This is especially true when you're up against the IPC, with their non-stop corporate babble. Well, let's not worry about that for now. Shall I take you to the inn?
It is the Luofu's honor to have you in attendance at the war dance. Yet, the fact that a simple martial arts ceremony has attracted esteemed generals from the Zhu Ming and the Yao Qing implies intentions beyond mere spectating. Might there be any specific instructions from the marshal?
You're overthinking it, Jingyuan. As I said, I'm here to broaden my granddaughter's horizons. I have no ulterior motives. However, I have no clue what the Yaoqing Arbiter General has in mind. Do you remember when you accepted this position? I told you that an Arbiter General's battlefield goes beyond the physical one. You'll need to lead and manage everything on the Xianzhou. The title of Arbiter General holds a weight far greater than its literal meaning. So many years have passed, and you've done well. However, longevity for the Xianzhou people can be a curse. Living too long means that every mistake you made will lurk in the shadows. And one day, they'll eventually catch up to you. The Marshal knows everything that has happened on the Luofu. As for the Merlin's Claw of the Yaoqing, she has come specifically for you. Speaking of which, hasn't she arrived yet? They say the Merlin's claw strikes like lightning. Being late isn't her style.
That's not true, General Huayan. She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
As soon as she disembarked from the star skiff, she mentioned having something to attend
Oh,
to.
it's Mose.
Simply
And
disappeared.
Zhao Qi, whatever his name is. Who annoyingly I want to kind of go for next.
You must be the messengers from the Xianzhou Yao Qing, I assume.
We are Jiao Cho and Moza, retainers of the
Ah,
Merlin's
Jiao Cho.
Claw. It's an honor to meet you in person, Arbiter Generals.
Now this is interesting. A guest who doesn't come to visit but sends a message instead. What does she mean? Tell me, what could be more important to her than coming here?
Master heard about a spectacular view in Scale Gorge Waterscape. I believe she went there to enjoy it.
A spectacular view? Ha! Did you hear that, Jingyuan? This person is being sarcastic.
Please do not misunderstand me, General Huayan. I was simply stating the truth. Master thought it would be inappropriate to keep you waiting, so she sent us here. Once she's finished with admiring the scenery, she'll personally come and apologize to the both of you.
Right.
Drat. I forgot to ask Yun Li to return my sword. No need to bother. The Juming envoys won't be leaving the Luofu anytime soon. I'll ask for it later when we meet again. By the way, I don't know if it's just me, but the general seemed a little reserved. Could it be because of Elder Huayan's visit?
Reserved? Really?
Maybe I'm just overthinking things.
No, you're not. When I entered the Palace of Astrum, I realized that the messenger from the Xianzhou Juming was actually the Arbiter General himself. So, the messenger from the Xianzhou Yao Qing must be the Merlin's Claw herself, I presume.
That's right.
Well, that's what makes this entire thing so unusual.
What's so unusual about it? They simply received an invitation from Jingyuan, just like the crew, right?
The war dance is just a small festival. And now we have 2 Arbiter Generals from other Xianzhou ships here. I'm afraid they're here for something more. Maybe they've come to hold Jingyuan accountable for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Hold him accountable? Come on, didn't the Luofu fall victim to the disciples of Sanctus Medicus and the Antimatter Legion? Why would they blame the victim?
Don Shu's rebellion and Ventilia's scheming are merely one side of the story to the other Arbiter Generals of the Alliance. Only a single piece of incontrovertible evidence remains, creating an endless source of potential complications.
The Ambrosial Arbor.
Yes. It's undeniable that the plague mark, which was subdued by the Xianzhou Luofu, has resurfaced. But was it really a conspiracy instigated by the Antimatter Legion? Or does it indicate a traitorous intent from within the Luofu, implicating Jingyuan himself? Once the spark of suspicion is kindled, it proves hard to extinguish. The general must have had that in mind when he invited us to attend the war dance.
What was I thinking? Seriously. Here I was looking forward to a carefree and enjoyable trip. But it seems wherever we go, drama is just around the corner.
Aw, I was so excited. I thought those Arbiter Generals were just here to see the ceremony. By the way, I heard that an alchemist from the Juming diplomatic ship has arrived. And rumors say that she's to be the new cauldron master of the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu.
An alchemist from the Zhu Ming serving as the cauldron master on the Luofu? While it's not unheard of, the timing itself...
Thanks to your words, Mr. Dan Heng. Now I finally see the underlying tensions. The General is under tremendous pressure right now, but I was completely oblivious to his troubles. How naive of me.
Come on, don't think like that. Leave the adult matters to the adults. Even if you wanted to do something for the General, it's not like you can do anything.
March.
Did I say something wrong?
Yes.
Again?
Miss March is right. I don't have the skills to share the General's burdens at the moment. Still, I'll do my best to follow his instructions. Let's go. Once I've taken you to your accommodations, I need to go to the Artisanship Commission.
Welcome back to KO. That was a very long BRB, dude.
He looks like he has a lot on his mind. We can't just let him go alone. Why don't we accompany you to the Artisanship Commission?
At least you admit it, unlike a certain someone called Zandy.
Dealing with the IPC's workers could be tricky. I'm afraid this will cause trouble for the Express.
No worries. We're pretty experienced in dealing with the IPC.
Zandy thinks I'm doing the quest for March 7th hunt. I don't know if I am, but if so, happy days. Oh my god.
What's with you turning into a scaredy cat? I didn't see you worrying about lawsuits when you wrecked that giant mech.
Well, since you're willing to help, I won't decline your kindness. Let's head to the Artisanship Commission and meet them.
I might need another coffee. Oh, I got more Stella. This isn't too bad. Got nowhere near enough for a warp yet, but oh wait a minute, I need to see if I can exchange some money for this. It's Raven! Hello, my friend! Miss you long time, Raven.
Abacuses, books, and silver, all of the finest quality. Taking one...
Oh, I've got freaking like none. That's kind of lame. Boo. Not too bad, my dude. Bit tired after friggin' spending God knows how many hours doing my goddamn room, but it's feeling a lot better and more spaced out now, so I'm not too bad. How about you, dude? Wait, why am I doing warp? No, mission.
Can I really reason with you Xianzhou people?
Oh no, that guy.
I think I get it now. In your words, this is called looting a burning house, right?
Oh god, this guy's voice makes me laugh.
I'm trying to reason with you here.
Oh god, it's Scott.
That toxic voice sounds
Damn,
familiar.
dude. Fair play.
Haven't I heard it before in Arum Alley?
Toxic voice.
You know what? This isn't my first time dealing with the Skyfaring Commission. I can handle your unreasonable ways. But straight up snatching IPC cargo, isn't that going a bit too far?
Just as I've said it many times already. Once we've inspected the cargo and completed the security
Well, Raven, you might
check,
want to relax
you can
before
be
the
on
kids
your way.
change all that.
Is there something wrong with your ears, or is it just your brain?
I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'm thinking clear. And my answer is crystal clear. Not a chance. Keep detaining my cargo and I'll file a complaint directly with your general. You jerk! Who are you calling a dog? Wait, why are you here? Staying on the Cienjo, are you? What terrible luck! Wherever you go, disasters aren't far behind.
Oh, this guy is such a douchebag.
Aren't you the guest from the Astral Express? What brings you and Yanqing to the Artisanship Commission?
They're in trouble? No, it's me! I'm the one in trouble!
His
Looks like
voice
you've
is
met
so
this IPC
funny.
worker before.
Oh
Not sure
god.
if that's a good or a bad thing. I was sent here to deal with the IPC protest, Miss Shikwe. What's going on here?
I didn't say
As
anything,
you
Raven.
know, this IPC
I was
transport
going to
ship
say
was
something, but I
attacked by the
remembered what you
board
said last time, and I
rescued
thought,
by the
nope,
Juming's
I'm not
diplomatic
saying
ship.
anything in front of
Then
Raven
the
in case he's
Cloud
by
Knights
his
were
wife.
instructed to bring it back to the dock
Just
for
saying.
repairs and inspections. And this is Mr. Scott, the person in charge of this transport ship.
So,
But I will
you're
say,
Scott.
oh
I've
no,
heard him
oh
mention
no,
you.
oh
Weren't
no,
you
no, no,
kicked
no,
off the
no.
Lafu before?
Sorry,
Why did you
I hated
come
that meme,
back?
to be honest.
Like I wanted to come back. I thought I'd just dock at the harbor for repairs and leave this forsaken place for good. Little did I know, as soon as the ship entered the harbor, a bunch of Cloud Knights showed up and snatched all our cargo from the hold.
What do you mean by snatched? I've told you 1,000,000 times. It's a security check.
Then why did you bring the cargo to the Artisanship Commission? You even brought in some shady craftsmen. It's obvious you're trying to steal the IPC's patented technology.
This guy is such a douche.
Listen here. Firstly, the Skyfaring Commission detected dangerous items that could possibly be weapons in your cargo hold. That's why they called me here, to double check. Secondly, where the heck did you get the idea that I'm a shady craftsman?
Damn, there's so much beef going on right now.
Items, what do they have to do with you? It's not even being shipped to the Lafu. We'll just fix the ship and be on our way. We won't unload our cargo here.
But you'll have to stay in the port for several days before your ship is repaired and you can take off again. How can we just leave unchecked items sitting here?
I understand, but we don't need to disassemble the cargo if it's just a security check, right?
In most cases, we don't. However, our scans discovered that the cargo doesn't only contain machinery, but also some substance that resembles biological tissue.
Biological tissue? Does this crate contain living things?
I'm afraid we'll need to wait for the Alchemy Commission for further confirmation. In any case, according to our regulations, we need to unseal one of the crates for further examination. But this IPC specialist has been hindering us on the grounds of patent secrecy.
The Alliance's regulations on biological products are very strict. Without further inspection, there is no way for the Skyfaring Commission to release the cargo.
I'm just staring at her
Oh,
ears.
really? Fine. If anyone lays a finger on that shipment, they'll have me to deal with. It doesn't matter if it's mechanical or biological. It's none of your business. I'm filing a complaint against the Skyfaring Commission's ridiculous regulations.
I'm filing a complaint against
Mr. Scott seems stubborn and
You just
difficult
sound
to
so
persuade.
stupid.
Honestly, I really don't want to have a vicious confrontation with the IPC. I heard how you helped Aramali. The IPC representative back then was Mr. Scott, right? Since you've dealt with him before, it looks like I'll have to rely on you again.
Come on, Yanqing.
What are you guys whispering about over there? Just hurry up and give us back our cargo.
How many Trailblaze thingamajigs have I got? 130. Yeah, I could do them more. Covenant Corrosion is the only thing I really need to do. Hmm. What are you lolling at, Zandy?
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation. But he does seem to follow rules to some extent. Let's use that against him.
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations too. According to Article 4 of the Cienjo Alliance IPC Trade Consensus, the Alliance and IPC shall never infringe on each other's intellectual property rights.
Hmm. I feel like that's not going to help. That's not going to help. That's probably not going to help either. I'm just gonna probably actually do a little smart thing, and that's use good old Google. Okay, yeah, it is the first one.
The Alliance can sign a non-disclosure agreement with you. That way, you won't have to worry about any infringements, right?
We can sign a mutually acceptable non-disclosure agreement in accordance with the IPC's rules.
Well, that makes sense, but how can we trust you to honor the terms? Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property, these prototypes built by the Intelligentsia Guild are incredibly valuable, beyond your wildest imagination. If anything goes wrong, you won't be able to pay for it even with your lives.
Can you give us an exact amount, Mr. Scott? If there's any damage after the inspection, the the Skyfaring Commission will compensate you.
The Skyfaring Commission. Yeah, they will compensate you, provided a detailed report of the damage is submitted.
I don't doubt the financial strength of the Skyfaring Commission. However, this is not just about money. Besides, the cargo on this transport vessel belongs to the Intelligentsia Guild. If you want to inspect the cargo, shouldn't you at least call in a member of the Intelligentsia Guild to be present?
According to the principle of territoriality, since your vessel is stranded on the Cienjo, the Skyfaring Commission has the right to inspect it.
Indeed. According to Article 27 of the Cienjo Legal Code,
He is getting
all
crushed,
official
yeah.
and private goods upon entering the port shall be
Thanks to
subject
good old
to
Google.
inspection. Failure to submit to such inspection shall be deemed equivalent to the possession of unlawful items and shall be subject to legal ramifications.
So I'm a bit puzzled at the moment. My previous monitor arm, I think, was bending my desk. And I'm wondering if it's still bent. I don't know. I'm just
My
going crazy.
synesthesia beacon must not be working, because I have no idea what you just said.
Simply put, if you insist on hindering the inspection, we'll have to treat the cargo as unlawful items and confiscate it.
Confiscate it? How can you Cianjo people be so unreasonable?
If this were pure point, and incoming cargo posed a safety risk, the IPC would take it in for containment and disposal, correct?
That's true, but the IPC sometimes makes exceptions. For example, they've always given special terms to Cianjo vessels.
Well, that worked.
Well, you guys sure know how to argue your case. Fine, I'll allow you to do the security inspection. It's just that
Give me a second, guys.
I need some time to sort things out. This is a big deal. Let me talk to headquarters first.
So, Mr. Scott, are you just stalling for time and planning to leave the Cianjo as soon as your ship is repaired? To avoid the Skyfaring Commission's inspection?
Well, IPC staff are free to come and go, as long as they don't break any laws.
Yeah, you've
That
got
sounds
some
like
insight
Ninja.
there. Who are you again?
Hello.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lingsha, Cauldron Master and head of the Alchemy Commission on the Lawfu.
Could she be?
Yeah, she's the new Cauldron Master assigned here from the Cianjo Juming.
Oh. Lingsha.
I received a report from the Artisanship Commission about cargo containing samples of unknown organisms. It said they needed help from the Alchemy Commission. I had nothing better to do, so I came myself.
Yeah, I need a screenshot.
It's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really don't want your cargo to be inspected, it doesn't matter.
Oh my god, she's
Doesn't
psychic.
matter? How can you say that?
Why are you being so nice all of a sudden? Well, since you're not going to check it, I'll take this crate and be on my way. Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah, sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said, we won't inspect them.
Wait a minute!
Well, that's more like it. If only the young displayed a more reasonable attitude, we could have sidestepped that altercation just now. Our ship will leave in a few days once the engines are repaired.
Your ship can leave whenever you want, but I'm afraid I can't say the same for your cargo. According to the import and export regulations signed between the Cianjo and IPC, all biological shipments can only leave the port when they have confirmed to be of no threat, or when all biological activity expires. Since we can't determine if your shipment is safe for the environment, I guess we'll have to wait for its biological activity to expire. Let me check the previous cases. Normally, it'll only take around 47 star calendar years.
Only 47 years?
Why so surprised? You're still young and full of energy. I'm pretty sure you'll live a few more decades. Have some confidence in yourself.
Oh, I love
Typical
Lingsha.
of a long-life species, your words are dripping with sarcasm. While you may not care about time, I do. I'll be demanding double compensation from the Skyfaring Commission for every minute wasted.
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty confident that your career and life will last long enough to witness this victory unfold.
Oh my god. She is actually so funny.
Step aside, guys. Let them do the inspection.
But, Mr. Scott...
Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for what it's apparently good for, right? Well, honestly, at least you're not as annoying as that woman. Bro, just do the inspection.
This lady is really something else. Is this the IPC product?
Oh, for God's sake.
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC.
Turn it off.
Yep, I know, right?
Oh, how unexpected. That was a surprise. Danger approaches.
Root here. No holding back.
So this is essentially like a Borusan robot, dude, isn't it?
Unite our goals.
Time to cleanse the filth.
Existence is unity. Every petal in life's garden, all will be swept away by the wind.
The truth burns clear as a flame. Everything in this world is bleeding.
It's ironic that I actually do have Ling Sure as well.
Life is not so as you wish. Embrace a new life.
Oops.
Cloud scattered. May death protect
The person that is not doing much damage.
Be a pure body and mind.
There's more to life. It's fine. Dreams of a past. Let us dance once more. Root here. Still unanswered. Let's continue.
Damn.
Dream vanished.
Allow me to purge the root of the time to cleanse
Doesn't
the
help I don't have the right characters for this, really, I guess. Or elements.
Please cherish this time. As you wish. Unite our goals. Life is
Yeah,
not so
but I didn't
fragile.
know I was gonna have to face this thing, did I?
Root here.
May the foul stench dissipate quickly. Be a pure body and mind.
Some value, I suppose. Existence is unity. Every petal in life's garden, all will be swept away by the wind.
The truth burns clear as a flame. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Embrace a new life. May death protect us.
I mean, I know my Casteress isn't that good right now, but that's just because of my relics, but she'll get there eventually.
As you wish. Cloud scattered.
Allow me to purge the root of the time to cleanse the filth.
There's more to life. Dreams of a past.
This is kind of annoying though, how long this is taking right now.
Please cherish this time.
Root here. Dream vanished. Still unanswered.
Damn it.
Be of your body and mind. As you wish. No holding back. Share good fortunes. The truth burns. Everything in this world is fleeting. Embrace a new life.
What? Finally.
Were you seriously planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock for days? That's way too dangerous.
I had no idea about it. You must have accidentally triggered the cargo's defense program.
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise choice.
But seriously, I don't know why that thing suddenly started moving. I swear on the Amber Lord.
Enough. Miss Shikwe, please escort our IPC guests to the Skyfaring Commission.
I'm on it. Please follow me, Mr. Scott.
Our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissues inside. Just like the craftsman feared. I can't even tell if it's ingenium or biological in nature.
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang. To put it simply, this machine operates with a kind of biological nerve as its control center.
I'll take some samples for the alchemist to analyze and figure out where the biological tissue comes from.
Why would the Intelligentsia Guild use such unethical technology? Perhaps they're trying to create a new weapon?
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borison attacked the ship. No wonder the IPC were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the Ten Lords Commission and ask the judges to come and give their final verdict on this. According to our rules, all prisoners and weapons involving dangerous creatures must be taken to the shackling prison for further sentencing. After all, it's the safest place on the Luofu. As for you, Mr. Craftsman, please go with the Cloud Knights and explain the situation to the judge. I had a feeling that the IPC members would cause trouble, but I didn't think they'd be this tricky. Thanks for your help, Miss Linksha.
I should thank you for saving my life. Your sword skills were impressive. Taking down that big guy. I thought the General's retainers were all burly martial masters. I didn't expect Yenqing to be so... Can't argue with that. As for you, you must be the guests from the Astral Express, right? Saving the Luofu from that crisis. It's so impressive. It wasn't a big deal. Really. It's still early. So why don't we get some tea at the Alchemy Commission? We can discuss your suggestions for revitalizing the commission.
I'd be happy to accept your invitation.
And you three are coming too, right?
Alicia's so nice. I mean, I kind of figured. I don't know. I don't know. Right. To be on the safe side, I'm going to change up my team a little bit. It's not the most appropriate team, but yeah. Yeah. How much have I leveled up? I need to check how much I've leveled up or not. I know I was kind of limited to how much I could do on our traces earlier. It was a light kind I really wanted to upgrade though. I might do that then. No, I've only got 133 though. So I can only do 2. No point at the moment. Annoyingly. And again, crap relics for her as well. Crit damage. Does she want speed? I don't know, I feel like she wants crit. Oh. Interesting. Oh, that one is lightning damage boost actually, to be fair. Oh, that one's got attack crit damage. Interesting. What a surprise! Defense! Fuck you, game! Frick. Let me guess. HP next? Oh, wow. Crit rate. Well, at least I get one of them. Son of a bitch. Well, at least this one can't give me friggin' defense again. Yeah. No, give me HP again. I absolutely hate relics, man. They're such a load of shit. Always get crap stats. Yep, what a surprise. HP, yeah, because I always want HP. And I always want defense. Oh, what a surprise! Defense! Again! Why am I not surprised? Fuck you! Oh, what a surprise! Defense again! And let me guess, this one's going to be HP. Fuck my life, man. Honestly. Yeah, I'm not even going to upgrade these because they're crap. Sorry guys, I just get fed up that I always get the same 2 stats. It's always defense or it's always HP. And then if it's not those, it's any of the most useless stats. Crit, or speed, or attack, pretty much never. But ones I need. Oh really, Zandy? Oh, I need to get better relics. Oh, well whoopity friggin' do, aren't you? Just a friggin' genius. I know, Zandy, I do need to get better relics. But the game friggin' hates me, so it doesn't like giving me better relics. Seriously, dude, I'm like legit. You guys can now see. Even Shay admits it. My luck with relics is atrocious. It really is trash.
The Alchemy Commission hasn't changed a bit.
I've only got like one good relic for like Herta because I made most of the stats myself.
For us Vidyadhara, there's nothing more nostalgic than our homeland.
Wait, she's a Vidyadhara?
You're a Lofu native, Miss Lingsha?
Yes, I grew up here. listening to the sound of waves while researching prescriptions with my mentors and peers at the Alchemy Commission.
I thought she was one of the other racers. Huh.
It's kind of sad, isn't it? Everything changes but somehow remains familiar. Just like you, Don Hung, I traveled far from home, and now I've returned. Seeing the familiar scenery brings back a hint of nostalgia.
The view here would be even better without the ambrosial arbor.
I do
Oh,
love
really?
Lingsha.
I think that towering tree looks pretty impressive.
Even if it's impressive, it's a plague mark. The Xianzhou have been fighting abominations for thousands of years. And now that the ambrosial arbor has been reborn, it's only natural for everyone to feel uneasy.
Well, once a seed is planted, no matter how long it takes, it'll eventually sprout and bear fruit. In my humble opinion, the rebirth of the ambrosial arbor and the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were inevitable. The seed was already planted when the ancestors of the Xianzhou sought immortality. My bad. Well, since you went through the entire ambrosial arbor crisis firsthand, Dan Heng and Lieutenant Yan Qing, I'd like to discuss something with you.
What would you like to discuss, Miss Lingsha?
I was lucky enough to be chosen by the Alliance to come in and clean up all the old grime in the Alchemy Commission. Honestly, the Alchemy Commission is riddled with problems and has reached a point where fixing it seems impossible. I'm looking to remedy this problem, but was wondering if you could provide any insights.
Well, even though I'm a Vidyadharan like you, I'm an outsider, just like my companions here. I can't really say much about a remedy, but I do have a piece of advice, Miss Lingsha. The Vidyadhara and the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu have always been intricately connected. If you cannot distance yourself from these ties, Miss Lingsha, changing the situation within the Alchemy Commission may be quite challenging.
I may not know about politics, but I do know that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been operating within the Alchemy Commission for years. If you're determined to root them out, maybe you should discuss it with the General.
I see. Thank you for your valuable insights. While the Lux Arrow from the Rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the ambrosial arbor, it can't sever mortals' desire to prolong their existence. Just like how the Cloud Knights can eliminate the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but are unable to calm the hearts and minds of the people within the Alchemy Commission. Our Xianzhou forebears knew this well, and that's why they entrusted the duty of guarding the roots of the arbor to the Vidyadhara. However, the Vidyadhara are still only mortal beings. 30 years ago, my mentor served as Alchemy Commission's Cauldron Master. She recognized the emerging undercurrents and sought to cleanse the source of the disturbance. Unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the Alchemy Commission. In the end, she was framed and exiled to the Juming. I was also implicated and had to leave the Luofu. And guess who arbitrated the case and handed down the sentence? None other than General Jing Yuan himself.
Ouch.
What?
You heard it right. The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not just the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but even the Divine Foresight himself. Alas, why is your face turning pale, Yanqing? Don't worry about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides, at our age, holding personal grudges is a luxury we can't afford.
Sorry, I can't help but want a few screenshots of Lingsha. She's really pretty. I mean, I did say that before.
Lingsha, you're back! Ugh, I've been waiting ages for you. Yunli, why aren't you with your grandpa? What brings you to the Alchemy Commission? Well, let me take this opportunity to introduce you to Minchi. What a small world.
Oh god, these two.
You stole my sword. Give it back.
I see. Let's skip the introduction part then. Why do I keep bumping into you? Are you stalking me or something?
Of course not. Unlike you, Miss Yunli, I have important things to take care of. You, on the other hand,
Oh,
seem
these
to
two
have
need
all
to
the
get
time in
married
the world
already.
to wander around without returning my sword.
Grandpa used to say that a sword reflects its master. I talked to your sword, and it told me that you've been distracted. You hesitate when you should strike, and you struggle to stay calm when your sword is unsheathed. Now that I see you again, I realize your sword was right. It wasn't me who took your sword. It was you who lost focus.
Do you really expect me to believe that nonsense? I've been taking it easy on you because you're a guest from the Juming, but you're not taking the hint. Don't people from the Juming know you're supposed to return what you've borrowed?
Just look at this flying sword. Even if I gave it back to you now, it'd just be taken away again in a few hours.
She's really on
You know the Cloud Knight saying,
that sword.
a Cloud Knight must never let slip their weapon. Yes? Well, sure, I can give it back to you now, but on the battlefield, that's a whole different story. Poor flying sword.
Fine! You don't have to give it back because I'll take it back myself!
But
God.
which general should I call?
Between these two, who do you think is tougher? Don't get me wrong, I'm just curious. It is my first day at the Alchemy Commission. A brawl is definitely not how I imagine celebrating it. Well, since you don't approve, I won't draw my sword here. I didn't mean it in that way. Since you've already drawn your swords, you'd be disappointed if you didn't get to test one another, right? I've received reports that the delves near the Alchemy Commission are still infested with abominations. Seems like my predecessors left quite a mess. So, if you two want to determine who's better, why not focus on them instead of each other? Clearing out some abominations? Sounds boring.
It's the Cloud Knight's duty to eliminate those abominations. You don't have to ask me twice, Miss Lingsha. I'll help you get rid of them.
Oh, you think you're the only one who knows how to behave? If Lingsha needs anything, I'll gladly draw my sword and help her out.
Oh god.
It's so heartwarming to see both of you being so sweet and caring. So then, shall we get going?
Oh god. This is just so
Ever
funny.
since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were eradicated, their experimental abominations have been festering here. If you want a contest, I'll be the referee. The one who kills the most abominations within 15 minutes wins. Lingsha, as always, you're still an expert in making unpaid work sound so noble and grand. It's for your own good, little Yunli. While you desire to compete against each other, I don't want to see either of you getting hurt.
That's really thoughtful of you, Cauldron Master.
So, are you both ready?
Oh, great.
Ugh. Looks like my predecessors left quite a mess. Let me say it again. The one who kills the most abominations within 15 minutes wins. Be careful when you draw your swords, and make sure you don't hurt each other. Can we start now, Lingsha? Blade and flight! No holding back. Share good fortunes.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Immerse yourself in it. Be of pure body and mind. I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on to a sword to actually have some skill. Descend to earth! You've got style with
What
those
the hell?
moves, but you're not striking where it counts. It's such a shame to see you misuse your sword like that. Dream vanished.
Free will, or was it fate? Destined for oblivion.
Allow me to purge the root of the problem. Time to cleanse the filth. Dreams of a past life are now. Let us dance once more.
Yeah, I noticed. Oh, fuck off. Really? What? How the fuck am I supposed to do this when she just fucking one-hits everything? What? Am I actually even supposed to be able to win this? Because so far, I literally just, I do all the weakening and then she just hits and kills everything.
Cloud scattered.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. That's half the work. On the still waters of oblivion.
Be of pure body and mind.
She's gonna do it again in a second, I know it. I'm not doing enough damage, annoyingly. You know what? I'm gonna fucking change to fucking... No, I said team lineup, you... Really?
A bright edge that can cut jade.
Yeah, Zandy, good for you. Apparently you win everything on your first try, apparently.
Look, let me say it again. Never seen perfection before. Expand your thinking. Share good fortunes. May the foul stench time to cleanse the filth. Time for swordplay.
Yeah, she's just gonna fucking nick it now, anyways.
Wields her sword with ease. You shouldn't underestimate
Fucking
her.
load of crap. Honestly.
Dreams of a let us dance once more.
I don't want to use Yang Qing though, he's friggin' rubbish.
Open sesame. Curious? Endless riddles. Nothing but a void. Expand your thinking. Glimpse the unknown. Dream vanished. How many can you block? Be of pure body and mind. Open sesame.
clouds scattered.
Time to cleanse the filth.
Feeling bold? I don't have time for games.
The truth. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Expand your thinking. No holding back. Unite our goals. Never seen perfection before? Dreams of a Let us dance once more. Open sesame.
What?
Time for swordplay.
Be a your body and mind.
Curiosity. There's a dangerous endless riddles. Nothing but a void. Practice is over. Swords descend.
Oh, you son of a... She's gonna fucking steal this from me now. Yeah. That is fucking annoying. This is really pissing me off. Right, I won't use Fugu. I'll use Herta.
Madam Herta.
Is that yanking is fucking useless. What is the point? He uses single attacks. No use. Sorry guys, I'm just fucking... He is just so useless.
Time to cleanse the filth.
Do you know who this big diamond? It's all yours.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this.
I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on to his sword to actually have some skill.
Open sesame. Watch it crumble.
Wait, what? She one hits... So she does one hit everything. Well, that's not very fair. The hell?
May the foul stench dissipate quickly.
Expand your thinking.
Time to twirl.
Curiosity. Endless riddles. Nothing but a void.
Time to twirl.
Hope this is an open sesame. Glimpse the unknown.
How many can you block? Descend to earth. The truth. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Do you know who
This big diamond! It's all yours! Immerse yourself in it. Time to cleanse the filth. Time to twirl!
Time for swordplay. I don't have time for games.
Yeah, well, it's, I don't know. I think I don't care now what the result is, honestly. Not gonna just restart this repeatedly. No point.
Time to twirl!
How many can you block? Practice is all swords descend.
Time to twirl! Immerse yourself in it.
Curiosity. Endless riddles. Nothing but a void.
Be of your body and mind.
Open sesame.
Face the unknown. Time to twirl! Get it together. Descend to earth! Time for swordplay! Never seen perfection before. Expand your thinking. Time to twirl! Hit! Time to cleanse the filth. A one-time enemy. Ha! The truth. Everything in this world is bleeding. Time to twirl!
Kind of a waste, but whatever.
Curious, endless riddles. Nothing but a forest. Open sesame. Watch it crumble.
Okay, at least I've done it.
I win, Miss Yunli!
You got lucky.
Why don't you just give me back my sword, sincerely apologize, and then go cry your eyes out to your grandpa?
Oh my god.
Consider yourself lucky that I'm not interested in your rusty sword, as I don't have the nasty habit of snatching other people's weapons.
All you did was chop down a few monsters. Don't get carried away with yourself. If you think you can just take this sword from my hand, go ahead and try.
Oh, for God's sake. Oh! Look who it is.
Well fought, my young friends. However, both of you have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on brute strength, trying to take down targets with a single strike.
Who are you?
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. A passerby, if you will. I thought I'd see my fill of impressive fights during the war dance. Yet here I am, able to witness a remarkable fight at the Alchemy Commission, of all places. Well, the Lawfu is never short of surprises. However, I have a small suggestion for you. Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the war dances ring? That way, you can resolve your differences with a proper duel and put your grudges behind you.
Grudges? No, not at all. Yunli and we were just sparring.
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords, and she swung her sword with full strength. No grudges between you.
They shall.
I don't believe it.
Aha! What brings you here, Lady Fei Xiao? Have you finished your health consultation with the Dragon Lady? Fei Xiao? Grandpa always talks about you. Could it be that you're...
The Merlin's Claw of the Xianzhou Yaoqing?
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Xianzhou Lawfu, too.
Of course. Everyone has heard of the Vanquishing General. Known to all and unbeknown to none.
Vanquishing General? Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't like it. Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Lawfu, so I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals. sounds much better, right?
Yeah, that's a befitting title that sounds both humble and impressive. Now that the sparring session is over, Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General Fei Xiao for her guidance and bury the hatchet?
Here's your sword. Keep it safe. Or it might get taken away again. By the way, we haven't settled the score yet. I'll defeat you fair and square next time we fight.
This is how she apologizes? Now that I finally got my sword back, I should report to the seat of divine foresight. I'll take my leave, General Fei Xiao. Oh, by the way, Miss Linksha, if you've got some free time, I'd like to invite you to the seat of divine foresight for a chat with General Jingyuan. I think there's more to those personal grudges you mentioned earlier.
Thanks for stepping in, General Fei Xiao. Otherwise, I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
Not at all. Just doing what you asked. How about we call it even as payment for the healer lady's consultation?
Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills. We don't do credit here. And let's not forget, you'd have been waiting decades for a chance to see the Dragon Lady if it weren't for me.
Well, you can always send the bill to the seat of divine foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find a spot and get some fresh air. Back already? You've met with Jing Yuan and wandered around for a few hours. So, what do you think?
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance as a show of strength to convince everyone that the Luofu is prospering after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
But... I know you're going to say but, right?
But the influx of people attending the war dance is like a breeding ground for disorder and rumors. One wrong move, and the Luofu could be in a world of chaos.
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant, so at the very least, General Jingyuan is aware of this. As for other matters, I'm unable to say.
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals. I'm just a military healer. And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having cordial chats with two generals?
I kind of like
My
his
work doesn't lend itself to
him
being in
now,
the
to be
limelight
fair.
either.
Just stop whining. At least you're in one piece, right? Before getting in touch with General Jing Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights on the street, what people are saying, and how those close to him behave.
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns, but within the force of its collective momentum. Recognizing this fact reveals the true measure of power. Thanks for enlightening me, General.
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. You've made me lose where I was now. Anyway, this is how I operate in battle, so you might as well get used to it.
Are you treating General Jingyuan as your enemy?
The longest-serving general of the Xianzhou Luofu. Do you think he'd have only a few enemies?
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes? Could you show me the medicine she prescribed you?
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told me to enjoy some tasty food.
So not even the famed healer lady could help? Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise and find a way to cure you. Actually, I've found some leads.
Well, life and death, Jiao Chou. It's all predetermined. Upon starting my military career, I made a pledge that the rest of my life would be dedicated to being the Xianzhou's spearhead, hunting down the abominations of abundance till the end of my days. As long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire, I don't care how long I live. You asked if I view General Jing Yuan as my enemy. No. My real enemy has always been myself.
Enjoy some tasty food. So, what's for dinner tonight?
Jeez. You really know how to read the room, don't you?
You guys figure it out for yourselves. I'm due to catch up with an old war friend I've not seen for quite a long time.
Hey! Was that the Yaoqing general who just dropped in out of nowhere? Oh, she's so awesome. I mean, when Yun Li swung that massive sword, she just casually blocked her attack with ease.
Mine too.
Yeah. But to go up against Yun Li is quite impressive, you know? That aura of heroism and grace. It almost makes me want to learn Xianzhou swordplay. You think so too, right?
I agree. General Fei Xiao is indeed impressive.
I was actually hoping you'd give Yanqing some praise.
Thanks for the kind words, Miss March. The war dance is coming up, and I've been chosen to represent the Cloud Knights in the ceremony. I've had my fair share of defeats lately, and even though I know there are always more skilled sword masters out there, seeing General Fei Xiao's skills today has made me feel a bit uneasy again.
Don't underestimate yourself. After all, generals won't fight in the ring during the war dance. Just remember the state of mind you had when you single-handedly took on me and Blade, putting life and death aside. With that mindset, you can prevail against most challengers.
I see. Thanks for the advice, Master Danheng. By the way, now that today's events are over, General Jing Yuan wants to invite all of you to the Seat of Divine Foresight. He has something important to discuss.
I bet it's about how to deal with the generals from the Yaoqing and the Juming.
I really don't want to get caught up in grown-up games so soon. I just hope Generals Fei Xiao and Huaiyan can see the truth. We don't need any more chaos on the Luofu before the war dance.
More Stella, yay. Yeah, getting there. Macaron. Oh yes.
Earlier at the Palace of Astral, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder Huaiyan. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, I'd like to officially introduce them to you. These three braved great dangers, accompanying me to perilous places, defeating the chief culprit Vantilia, and uncovering the conspiracies of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. If you wish to know more, please, feel free to ask us.
Well, I skimmed through the reports about the Arbor's rebirth from the Master Diviner Hu Xuan. She's been summoned to the Yuchui for questioning. There A lot of doubts within the Alliance about this whole situation. But despite all that, I believe in you. Since you joined the ranks, you have repeatedly achieved remarkable feats. After the High Cloud Quintet each went their separate ways, despite the many criticisms within the Alliance, the Marshal still stood firm against the dissenting voices and entrusted the Lawfu to you. Over the years, you've served the Alliance with loyalty and wisdom. You've taken down abominations in Thalassa, rescued the Xianzhou Yuchue from a siege, and destroyed the demonic planet summoned by the denizens of abundance. I still remember those battles vividly. There are fools who doubt your loyalty. They're happy to see the divine foresight fail because it gives them some kind of sick satisfaction. They haven't achieved anything of their own, so they feed off the failures of others. But I've seen enough failures in my time, and I want to believe that your loyalty has never wavered.
So, General Fei Xiao of the Yaoqing is the only one investigating the Ambrosial Arbor crisis on behalf of the Alliance?
No. I am too.
This old man's words always catch me off guard.
March for crying
The
out.
Marshal ordered me to come to the Xianzhou Lawfu, but the document only says, attend the war dance and listen to Fei Xiao's questioning. The Marshal is well aware of Jing Yuan's purpose in holding the ceremony and understands the situation he is facing. She mentioned it because she believes both issues are important.
Thanks for your kindness and sincerity, Elder Huayan. But is it appropriate to tell everyone here about the Marshal's orders?
By introducing the Express's witnesses to me alone, aren't you aiming to discern the intentions behind both my actions and Fei Xiao's? And whether there's any discord between us? Well, since I'm being open and honest with you, I encourage you young folk to do the same. As for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, all I need to do is listen. General Fei Xiao will be the one asking the questions. To be honest, I'm more concerned about the timely start of the war dance. Oh, by the way, I've prepared a gift for the war dance. Yes, it's this case right here. There will be numerous contests and celebrations during the war dance, and the main event will be the Ringmaster's Challenge. The host will dispatch a skilled warrior to take on challengers from all over the cosmos, showcasing the excellent martial arts of the Xianzhou Lawfu. When you mentioned that the Astral Express would be attending the ceremony, I thought the High Elder of the Lawfu would be the ringmaster.
You humor me, Elder Huayan. The healer lady is just a young lady who knows nothing about martial arts. How can I assign her as the ringmaster?
I'm no match to you when it comes to joking.
What's this box for? Why don't you open it, General Huayan?
This sword case is intended for the War Dance's award. It's empty now, but in a few days, a precious sword will be delivered and stored inside. I don't mean to boast about our skills, but this sword represents the pinnacle of the Zhuming's craftsmanship. It has a legendary history, full of heroic tales from foreign lands, tales that are too detailed to be summarized in just a few words. Since the delegation delivering the sword hasn't
No, you're not. You're just gonna rush through it like you always do, and then pile up loads of side quests.
Who would be worthy of such a sword? And then it hit me. I can award it to the champion of the Ringmaster's Challenge. The ceremony's champion is sure to be a perfect match for the sword. Moreover, I hear that Yanqing is an excellent swordmaster, and that he will be representing the Lawfu as the ringmaster. So it seems like a perfect gift for him.
Thank you for your generosity, Elder Huayan.
If you want to give me a sword, just say the word, Grandpa. No need to beat around the bush.
Noob.
You've got confidence, my girl, but I don't think you can best Yanqing.
I know you're all about swords, Miss Yunli. It's just a shame that it's the sword that ultimately chooses its rightful master.
Yeah, and even if someone gets their hands on such a precious sword, it'll probably end up in someone else's.
The outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still up in the air. Since you're interested, why don't you represent the Xianzhou Juming and challenge me in the ring?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Nobody knows who's gonna come out on top. It could be me, could be someone else. It'll probably be me. But whatever happens, it won't be him. Not to be rude or anything, we've been watching their drama. I'm dying to find out who beats who.
Quiet down. We have other guests here. I've prepared this sword to add some excitement to the ceremony, not to have you two squabble. It's not a good look for the Alliance. While you both seem confident that you'll win, you need to remember there can only be one winner and one loser in the ring, which could lead to hard feelings. Naturally, I have an idea. We don't know who the winner will be, and it might not be either of you. But if you're eyeing that prize, you'll need to work
In
together.
10 hours, I'll probably
I
be
want you
asleep.
to take on an apprentice who will take part in the war dance and win at least one match.
How does that make sense?
In my humble opinion, while a Cloud Knight is commendable by securing victories, it's even more so to pass on your skills and spread the way of swordplay. I'd be greatly pleased if this apprentice could represent the Express. in the war
Theoretically,
dance,
TKO, you should be
displaying
asleep
their
by then
Cloud
as
Knight
well,
flair
actually.
and prowess.
You better be getting sleep, TKO.
Well, Elder Huayan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless of the outcome. The question is, whom should the two of them take as an apprentice?
Typical Zandy noob.
Huh? Who? Wait, me?
I noticed just now that Miss March seemed quite interested in the outcome of your sword fight. So I thought, why not teach her the art of swordplay?
Wait.
Oh, is this how I get March 7 fun?
Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden? I've never practiced swordplay before. I'm a total newbie.
She's
You really think I can learn it? Well, you'll probably realize I have no hope and give up on me. And that'd be so embarrassing.
Isn't this a perfect chance for you? I remember you mentioning that you wanted to learn some sword moves.
Yeah, I did say that.
Some sword moves.
But this is all happening so quickly, don't you think?
Miss March is like a piece of jade in the rough, just waiting to be shaped. The war dance is the perfect opportunity to see what heights she can reach.
I appreciate your kind words, General Huayan. But won't teaching me swordplay be a waste of Yanqing and Yunli's time? They should be preparing for the ceremony. Oh, plus, I heard that each swordmaster has their own special moves. What if they let something slip while teaching me? If everyone knows each other's tactics, won't that mean everyone's stuck in a stalemate and unable to end their fights during the war dance? That's considerate of you, March 7th. But don't worry. It'll take you at least a decade of hard training before you can even start learning special moves. No need to freak out. A few Juming swordplay tricks will mean you'll be more than equipped. Really?
Looks like March's curiosity has been piqued.
whole point is to know each other's moves. Defeating your opponent in just one move? How boring would that be? Plus, what really decides a swordsman's fate isn't some special move. It's the solid fundamentals.
So Miss Yunli has already agreed. What do you say, Yang Qing?
General, I haven't graduated yet. How can I be qualified to teach swordplay to others?
Huh. So you're admitting your defeat, huh? If you're not even competent to teach, why don't you let me be the ringmaster instead?
Yang Qing, teaching an apprentice is also a way of honing your own skills and gaining insights. You've been an apprentice for years. It's about time you looked at swordplay from another perspective.
I see, General. Then count me in.
Now that Yang Qing has agreed too, it all comes down to Miss March giving her nod.
It's up to you to make the final decision, March.
At least that way, I won't have to worry about you accidentally shooting me in the butt all the time.
Oh my god.
Hey, I've never missed my target. Then I'm on board. Thank you for your kindness, General Huaiyan.
Great! Starting tomorrow, Yanqing and Yunli will teach you the basics of the Cloud Knight's swordplay. Yunli and I will head out and purchase some sword practice equipment for Miss March. Think of it as a little initiation gift.
You're too kind. Wait, you're giving me a gift? Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Oh, I like that guy.
General Huaiyan's gone. Wait, why does something feel off about what we talked about? I think we strayed off topic. How did things even get to this point?
Yeah, I brought you here because the General said he had some important matters to discuss. But how in the world did Yun Li and I suddenly become Miss March's swordplay mentors?
Because General Huaiyan wants us to stick around on the Luofu for some time. But from his point of view, we're no different from all the other tourists who may leave at any time. Since the crew's actions were mentioned in the Luofu's operations log that was given to the Alliance, he probably wants to see firsthand if we're as capable as the report claims, or if we're just some made-up excuse to save face. And he wants to see it for himself during the war dance, which is why he even dragged Yun Li into this. What began as a simple contest between two sword masters has now evolved into you two collaborating to mentor March.
Elder Huaiyan is still that tricky general who likes to give everyone a headache. My apologies. Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because I wished for you to act as my witnesses. Now, I apologize for not disclosing this information earlier. In the coming weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Fei Xiao, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have. So please, be prepared for the meeting.
Don't worry, General. No matter what happens, I'm prepared to stay here as the Express's witness and answer any questions.
Thank you, everyone.
Jingyuan is a really good looking general, I've gotta say.
I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden, but as the Luofu ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the war dance.
I know.
The illustrious Merlin's Claw waiting for me? And for so long, too? It's quite an honor. It's been a while, General Fei Xiao.
It's been 30 years since we last saw each other. Right, Yukong?
Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights, and I was a pilot of the Law Fu's Rainbow Fall Fleet. Who would have thought that upon meeting again, you'd be a general, and I'd have given up flying? Really does feel like a lifetime ago. Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years. After all, your great victories are announced through the Yellow Bell resonance system every day. So I'm well aware of your great feats. How's your health holding up?
Still stable, I suppose. Do you still remember the medic who saved me in battle?
That healer with the odd name and peculiar temperament. What was his name again? Was it Pichu? Or Kachyo?
Jiao Cho. He's been my retainer and personal healer, delegated by the Alchemy Commission from the Xianzhou Yao Qing. Over the years, he's dedicated himself to managing my condition. It's thanks to him that I'm still in good health today. Given my background, I'm happy to have made it this far.
I'm relieved to know that you're safe and sound. Well then, since you and Elder Huayan are here, I imagine you must have received orders from the Marshal? As your friend, may I ask how the Alliance intends to punish the General of the Lawfu?
The Arbor's rebirth has frightened the elders who lurk behind the scenes. They fear the resurgence of abominations, much like what happened 30 years ago. Although the reports from the Lawfu explained all the details, we don't know if the Ruin Legion really invaded, or how exactly the Stellaron Hunters and the Astral Express became involved. This puzzle has many missing pieces. As you know, the fugitive Jing Liu,
Zandy, have
who
you heard of
mysteriously
something
disappeared
called
many
speaking
years ago,
English?
has resurfaced. This time, she has brought along an outworlder and a coffin, claiming to
I
offer
don't
the
think
Marshal
I'll be able
a method
you
to
get
fight against the
Jiaoqi.
Eons.
What?
The
What?
Lawfu preceptor has
English
also leveled
dude.
accusations against Jing Yuan for neglecting the Alliance's principles. She asserts that Jing Yuan enabled the exiled Imbibitor Lunae to re-enter the Lawfu, thereby unlocking the lunarescent depths within Scale Gorge waterscape, which in turn disrupted the Vidyadhara's dutiful watch over the Ambrosial Arbor. It is for these reasons that I have come here to the Lawfu today. Well, duty calls. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned all of this to an uninvolved person, but since we once fought together, I didn't want to keep you in the dark. Perhaps pretending you didn't
No,
hear
it's just
any
the
of
way.
this would be
Never
for the
mind.
best.
I understand. I'm sorry. I was out of line. I know I shouldn't be defending General Jing Yuan right now, but... well, you know how I am. The Lawfu has enjoyed centuries of stability since the end of the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, much of which can be attributed to General Jing Yuan's masterful strategizing. Unfortunately, for long-life species, enduring through the ages always culminates in a failure that undoes all previous achievements. A moment that our adversaries relish.
That's true. And that's why I'm also here for another purpose. To visit Hule.
Really, Zandy?
Hule? You mean that Hule? The Borisin warhead? The same Hule who has been imprisoned in the Shackling prison for over 7 centuries?
The nemesis of the Foxians who will never be forgiven and shall be imprisoned until the end of the cosmos. I can't quite remember the exact wording, but yes, the very same Hule.
Usually, only emissaries from the Xianzhou Yao Qing Skyfaring Commission visit him once every century. Why do you have to visit him now, of all times?
The Foxians and the Alliance made a pact to combat the abominations, aiming to achieve justice and free their kin. That werewolf monster is to be forever imprisoned in the dark recesses of the Shackling prison, facing unending retribution. Given the situation on the Lawfu, those on the Yao Qing are concerned about Hule's imprisonment. I'm afraid that the routine visit every century is no longer sufficient to ease their concerns. That's why I was sent here, to reassure them.
It's all bad news.
Well, not everything. There might be a silver lining. Oh, by the way, I found some clues about the thing you asked for.
Tell me more.
The Verdant Knights followed the route you mentioned and discovered the wreckage of the Whistling Flame ship. Unfortunately, there were no survivors and no cargo. However, someone had already been on the scene before we arrived.
Our people? Or someone from the IPC?
Already finished the event, dude.
Neither. Yukong, have you heard of a person named Ron May?
But
I'm still
what?
feeling sleepy.
What do you mean you got to
Did I
duel me?
oversleep? Where did March and Donham go?
What? I don't remember seeing your name popping up.
There you are. It's an honor to learn from you, Master Yanqing.
I didn't duel you. Unless you can do it when I'm not playing.
Pay their respects to their masters. They usually bring fancy gifts, kneel and bow. I'm really sorry, but I haven't prepared anything yet. Hey, why are you blushing, Master Yanqing?
This is, the first time someone has called me master. I need to, get used to it. Let me make it clear. Swordplay training is about
Oh, I know that, yeah.
body, mind, and strength. It's not a casual
I thought you
game
saying you
master
dueled
of the
against
night.
me. I was like, what?
I promised General Huayan that I'd teach you Cloud Knight swordplay, so you can participate in the war dance and defeat at least one opponent. I'll do my best, but if you break your master's rules...
Fine. A promise is a promise. Since I promised to study hard, I'll do my best starting today.
Great! That's the spirit.
March is in your hands.
No,
now,
I'm good, Takeo.
Don't be too easy on
You're just gonna absolutely destroy me.
Danheng, do you even have a heart?
To be honest, I don't.
Did you lose it somewhere?
Didn't find it fun, anyways. It was kind of.
By the way,
Well, I felt bad. The seals are really cute.
I've found a quiet spot in the back garden of the Palace of Astrum for our first lesson together.
You wish.
Seriously? It's the first day, and you two are already late? Why is everyone on the Luofu so laid back?
Master Yunli, you're already here. Sorry for keeping you waiting.
Oh, wait. Were you trying to teach her in secret?
Oh my god, this girl.
Sneaky!
I'm just showing you what Luofu etiquette is all about. She might be my apprentice, but it's customary for the master to personally escort their apprentice to the place of learning. As the host, I'll be teaching Miss March the essence of Luofu swordplay, after which she'll emerge victorious in the war dance ring. You won't be complaining about Luofu swordplay then.
Oh my god, this is so funny.
Stand aside, rookie. Let me show you how we Zhu-Ming sword masters treat their apprentices. Quickly, over here, Miss March. This is a reverse mentorship gift from me to you. I hope you put it to good use.
Ooh.
Xianzhou clothing? It's so beautiful! Sword practice requires precise movements. This outfit is tailored to fit perfectly and allows for smooth movements. I even added some small accessories. I put a lot of thought into it.
Aww.
You're awesome, Master Yunli! See? See? How can you compete with me? I'll teach March 7th the essence of Juming swordplay, so she can win the contest with my sword
As
skills.
long as you make March somewhat useful to me now.
Actually, I've prepared something too.
Huh? You have a gift for me too, Master Yanqing?
Since you want to learn swordplay, Miss March, you'll need suitable weapons. So, I went out of my way to prepare a pair of swords overnight. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to ask the craftsman to customize the swords for you. But I did my best to choose ones that look nice and are suitable for a beginner. I hope you like them, Miss March.
Yeah, the hunt version of her is, yeah.
Thank you, Master Yanqing!
Bet you didn't see that one coming, did you, Yunli?
Oh my god, this is just...
The real competition is just getting started. I'm so lucky to have two great masters. But why does it feel like things are getting a bit weird?
Hello.
So what do you think, masters? Does this outfit suit me?
Oh my god. It's so cute.
I chose it carefully. It's perfect for beautiful young swordswomen like you and me.
Alright, let's get started with the training. The person next to me is a Cloud Knight instructor I've brought in. For your first lesson, try exchanging a couple of moves with him.
Wait. We're having actual combat training for the first lesson? Isn't that a bit too intense? Well, I heard you have some experience with archery and martial arts. The first thing we're going to do is see just how strong your fundamentals are. Come on. Step forward and strike with the sword in the most natural way you can think of. It's important for us to grasp your natural movements so we can decide where to start and what you need to learn.
If you're ready, let's begin.
Okay.
Wait, what? Why won't it let me... Okay, so it won't let me see? Okay, fair enough.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. But please go easy on me.
I do really like that
I
outfit for
apologize
her.
in advance, Miss March.
I don't really get this though. She gives him a soda.
Please have some tea.
Pay close attention, Miss March. Lafu swordplay is all about being swift and agile in your movements.
Right on time. Yes, you. Ignore him.
I'm starting to wish I'd
Strength
got
is everything.
Yunli now.
Right on time. Like this?
Well done!
Strike with heart. Yes, you. Time for swordplay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you! Time to show you what I can really do.
Wait, this is only a single target? No.
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards! Watch this! What are you mumbling about? Isn't this sword technique? Shouldn't I be saying something cool? Right on time. I could take 10 of you. A one-time enemy. Bladed flight. Within the self, not the... Ha! Yes, you! Yeah! Awesome! I could take 10 of you. All right, check out this move. Swordplay. Strike with heart. Right on time. How many can you block? Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. Watch this! Bladed flight. You'll make good practice. Practice is over. Swords descend. Melt. Yeah. Descend to earth. I didn't expect the first lesson to be so intense.
Miss March has quick hands and a flexible body. She's a perfect fit for practicing Lawfu swordplay.
However, she lacks strength, and her strikes were a bit unfocused. But don't worry, that's totally normal for beginners. Once she starts practicing dooming swordplay,
God, here we go.
heaps of progress.
Given the situation, I believe Miss March should start by working on her
Strength. Seriously, do you actually know anything about swordplay, or what?
Oh God.
I could ask you the same thing. Dual swords require agility. So what's more important than footwork?
Instead of focusing on her strengths, we should address her weaknesses. The drawback of wielding two swords is not generating enough force.
Well, apparently that event gets
being quick on your
Horizons or
feet. If you
something,
don't
so
have
I guess
strength,
I'll be doing that as
it's
soon
not
as
like
it
we're
unlocks.
dancing here.
Well, I will be doing it as soon as it
Skilled
unlocks.
sword masters know how to play to their strengths.
I'm pretty
and work
sure
on their
the hunt
weaknesses.
March 7th
Start with what you're
was
good at.
part
tackle your
of
weaknesses.
Aglia's
That's
team
the
when
right
I
way
did
to
the
learn.
trial. I'm fairly certain March 7th hunt
Quite
was.
the theorist, huh?
I'm pretty sure it was Aglia. And I would like to be able to develop an Aglia team, so yeah.
You, a lunatic?
Hey, it's only my first lesson, and you're already arguing. Come on, calm down, masters. I'll have to improve both my footwork and strength anyway, so it doesn't matter which one comes first.
But it does matter. Just listen to me, March 7th.
Ah, no. Wait a minute. Wasn't that down there before? Has something changed? I swear this has moved around. Interterrestrial guide was down. What? Oh, is it because on March 7th is using the phone? That's weird. And I still. Oh wait, no, I can now.
Let me see.
Yeah, that's annoying. I can't freaking afford that at the moment.
We did it! This is what they mean by no pain, no gain.
Yeah, that's not that great. Yeah. No, of course. That's actually not too bad. River?
Let me see.
River flows in spring. If you say so. Yeah, that one, yeah. It's not likely going to be very often that you face 2 or less enemies. Maybe if it was a boss fight, it probably would be alright, but otherwise, probably not so much. That one's not too bad. Basic attack? Really? This just goes to show how much I have not leveled up. I'll leave it at that for now. I might as well level her up a bit.
Today me is even more awesome than yesterday me.
Attack element. Okay, so destruction, hunt, remembrance, erudition, damage, toughness reduction. Interesting. Oh, is I? Oh, yeah, of course, makes sense. I do like that outfit, and her hair is actually really cute like that. Okay, it's nearly 2 o'clock. Yeah.
We did it! This is what they mean by no pain, no gain. Dear Himeko, Mr. Yang, and Pom Pom, we're all good here on the Xianzhou Lafu, so no need to worry. By the way, how's your trip going?
Face.
As for me, I've somehow become the apprentice to 2 Cloud Knight sword masters, and I've been honing my sword skills with their guidance. One of them is Yenqing, the boy we've all met before. The other is Yun Li, the granddaughter of General Hua Yan from the Xianzhou Juming. Both masters are super strict, giving me a real taste of how hard sword training can be. I tried to drag him into this, but he refused. Then I tried to rope Dan Heng in, but Master Yenqing wouldn't have it. Still, I didn't let the difficulty get to me. In just a few weeks, my sword skills have improved a lot. Both my masters think I have unique talents in swordplay, and are literally fighting each other to teach me their skills. Thanks to their guidance, I've actually made some progress. When I get back to the Express, I'll definitely show off my skills and impress you all. Looking forward to your reply. Yours, March 7th.
Well done. Let's call it a day.
Miss March's sword skills are really coming along. She'll hold her own just fine in the war dance.
Just you wait and see. I'll show off my skills in the ring and win a match. I'll make both of you proud.
Can you believe it? March 7th has actually become a pretty decent swordmaster in such a short time. Now I understand why Grandpa always had a grin on his face while training me.
Are you sure he wasn't laughing at you?
Oh, shut up!
It's all thanks to your amazing guidance, Masters.
Miss March, you're really getting the hang of wielding dual swords. If you're keen on advancing, trying out different Xianzhou blades can improve your touch.
Let me see. Which sword is the most powerful? Single sword? Great sword? Or maybe a flying sword?
There's no such thing as the most powerful sword. It's all about the skill of the sword master. Yenqing wields several flying swords, while I only wield one. But remember how I kicked his butt at the Alchemy Commission?
First, you didn't kick my butt. Second, you'll never kick my butt. Third, how about we settle this right now and see who kicks whose butt?
Oh, these two are perfect for each other.
I'm up for that. And if I kick your butt, you'll drop out of the war dance. Deal?
Why are you two arguing again? I thought things had been improving between you lately.
There was talk that the leading disciples of the Law Fu and Juming generals were supposed to face off in the war dance, but for some reason, they suddenly teamed up to train an apprentice of their own. Turns out, the rumors are true. Tomorrow is the big day of the war dance. Shouldn't you two be focusing on honing your skills instead of teaching swordplay here?
You're... Oh, that's right. You're the pink-haired fox from the Yaoqing.
This is Mr. Jiaoqiu, the healer working for the general of the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
Ah, got it. So, you're the participant attending the war dance on behalf of the Yaoqing, and you were trying to sneak a peek at our training?
Sorry for the misunderstanding. I don't know anything about martial arts. I'm just here on the general's orders to take care of some official business. I didn't mean to interrupt your training. I'll be on my way.
If you know nothing about martial arts, why were you smirking earlier?
Well, my curiosity got the better of me, I suppose. When I heard Miss March's pondering about what to learn, I couldn't help but wander over. From my professional experience, cleavers, slicers, chopping knives, and carving knives are all just tools. Kind of like frying, sautéing, boiling, and deep frying in cooking. They're just ways for people to show off their skills. How you use them really depends on the ingredients you're working with. It's like your sword teaching methods. If you align your ingredient, in other words, your apprentice's natural tendencies, with the right cooking method, by which I mean the teaching method that best suits her, she'll make double the progress in half the time. For example, golden eggplant tastes best when fried, cloud peppers when stir-fried, and yellow boulder beef when simmered. It's all about discovering the nature of the ingredients. Apprentice.
He's actually trying to be helpful.
All this talk about food is making me hungry.
Aren't you a healer? Why are you talking about food?
Well, it's just a metaphor. The medicinal school I follow on the Xianzhou Yaoqing is called the Ranja School, that specializes in food therapy. So it's only natural that I know a thing or two about cooking.
So, you're the general's cook?
I'm a healer. But anyway, a cook who isn't interested in health doesn't make for a good advisor. Fine, call me a cook if you want. Seeing the way you're looking at me, it's obvious you think I'm just some feeble academic who likes to blabber on about martial arts. But, in reality, I know a thing or two about killing. After all, the art of healing inherently encompasses both life and death.
Seriously? Trying to save face in front of kids? Ugh.
Do you recognize this bottle of medicine in my hand?
No.
This is called tumble dust, an extract from an exotic flower named Yabra.
Is it poison?
Well, it depends on how it's used. With just one drop, it's able to numb a patient's body during surgery, making them painless throughout the entire process. However, increase the dose or the potency, and it'll slow the metabolism, making the blood thin and resulting in the loss of all senses. Even long-life species cannot escape its effects. This thing can save lives or take them. It's more powerful than the swords in your hands.
Yeah, he's been offended.
That may be so, but still, I prefer settling things with a sword than, you know.
Huh. Looks like I did get you all wrong. You're not a feeble scholar, but a sinister and despicable one.
Hey, why the insults all of a sudden? I'm just sharing some medical knowledge here, not persuading you to poison anyone.
He has his eyes closed most of the time. That's usually the sign of someone
Seems
who's
like you get
dodgy.
real excited when talking about poison. I can't tell if that's an honorable thing or sinister.
Picture this. 2 individuals. The one standing is full of malice. The other lying down is honorable and righteous. How can the one who's lying down label the one standing as sinister? In the throes of combat, where life and death hinge on a singular moment, every idea fades into nothingness. The only thing that matters is staying alive. Surviving the battlefield reshapes all notions of worth, be it integrity or treachery. In my eyes, their significance is negligible.
Perhaps you've underestimated Yunli and me, Mr. Jiaoqiu. We may be young, but we've seen our fair share of war.
Well, then you should know that the war dance is nothing more than a contest. So why are you so focused on it?
When I was appointed as the ringmaster for the war dance, I asked the general, we Cloud Knights are supposed to charge into the fray and slay enemies. Why do we have to swing swords in a ring just to please an audience? And this is how the general replied. To unsheath your sword in a ring is no different than on the battlefield, as your sword reveals the might of all Cloud Knights. The war dance is the perfect chance to showcase martial virtue and forge alliances from all over the cosmos. When we unsheath the sword without drawing blood, we not only display our might, but also the martial virtue of the Cloud Knights.
That's quite an insightful statement, Yuanqing. Well, my apologies for being so short-sighted. I've been on the Luofu for quite some time, but I haven't had the chance to see the ceremony venue for myself yet. Hearing you speak so highly of it has piqued my curiosity. Would you mind showing me around?
You want to see the Sky Splitter ship where the war dance will be held? Let's go! I bet Yunli and Miss March haven't seen it either, right? Well then, I'll give you all a tour.
So what are her stats currently? Yeah, it's not letting me see it again. Oh wait, no, I leveled her up a bit, didn't I? So it should be showing in a different spot. I've got a crit rate pretty, well, a bit high already. Not too bad. Alright, Zandy. I'm gonna probably call it a night for now, and probably go watch some anime, have a few drinks, and then go to bed. I will be streaming a lot longer tomorrow. I don't know if I'm close to affiliate. I have no idea. I feel like I should be, but I think the only thing I've not done is stream 8 hours, so I figured I'll do it. Plus, I've got time off. It's bank holiday weekend, so, and I need to actually put a decent amount of hours into this and just get these goddamn events done. So I'll probably be like playing for a long time tomorrow. We'll see. I might come on at around 6 o'clock my time, because if I do 8 hours, it'll be about this time for me. Might come on a bit earlier, I don't know yet. I might briefly play some Woowa and then come back to Honkai, I don't know yet. But I will be streaming it for at least 8 hours straight. Yeah. I can't get any of the freaking Fugu stuff up until the Echo of War goes up. Plus, I need to grind some friggin' XP shit, because I'm going to need to eventually level... Well, I'm not going to worry about leveling much at the moment. At the moment, I want to do Echoes of War when they refresh, and probably want to get Fugu up. And then I want to get Rome up, but I'm probably gonna get Lucha up as well. Oh no, that's a good point. Actually, I might already have some to get Lucha up. Okay, I need to level him up to 80. Yeah, I need to get Shorekeeper. She's a really good healer as well. She's supposed to be... Someone posted earlier that she's one of the best healers, apparently. In fact, you know what? It's going to be pointless, but before I go, why don't I do some convenes and probably get really unlucky. Plus, my controller's about to die as well. I do have a charger, I just don't know where it is. Plus, I need to get my login reward, and I also bought the yes, you should pull for her. She's a healer, dude. You'll want a healer, trust me. You can get the chick. What's her friggin' name? The one that begins with a V. The one with the vines. She's not bad. She's a good healer too for like early game. I don't know about long game. You have the child. Zandy, you know that sounded very wrong just now, right? Like, you really do worry me at times, dude. Did you not think about that before you said that? Oh god, Zandy. Oh yeah, I bought the Lunite subscription because it was like a $5. I figured I should. Ah, hello beautiful. Ah, please sit on me. Yeah. How revealing is that? What the?
Understood. I am here to serve your will.
What is with them and using British accents? Like, seriously, I would rather they not. They should use a lot of the voice actors that are in anime. Cancerella's is okay, don't get me wrong.
Stay calm.
My compliments.
I do wish I had got Carlotta though.
Running won't save you. The stage is set.
Oh, I really wish I had got Carlotta. No, we're really not, trust me.
Victory favors me. Surrender.
Damn!
In the name of the Montellis.
I'm so annoyed that I did not pull her. Why didn't I? Holy crap, she's awesome. Oh my god. Oh my god, I wish I got her. I wish she would sit on my face as well. Damn. Ah, shit. No, don't do that. Is there any thingies? I can't afford any of those. And those aren't very useful. And that's just going to be used anyways. I'm not gonna get her though, there's no chance. Not so easily, I know it. This is probably my last thing, isn't it? Okay, this is probably my last one then. Yeah, no surprise there.
Good day. What does our loyal client wish to inquire about today?
No, knew it. What the hell's Peach? Oh, no way. And I don't have anything I can exchange for one of those. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to afford it still, am I? Nope. Oh well. I kinda knew I wasn't going to be able to. Could try and go for that, but I don't think there's really a point. Oh well.
The sea is a mirror. It reflects the shape of your soul in its tides.
Verena's alright if you've got Verena though, dude. But aim to get Shorekeeper.
Foretold, you and I were meant to cross paths.
But just remember that I have Jinsey and Cantarella. I'm sorry. I'm not really. These are two characters I did want. I would have liked Carlotta, but I was too focused on Honkai at the time. It is what it is. Wait a minute. The person who had 75,000 of that thing was a lower rank on the Union. What? They must have bought. Wait a minute. So if you. So they had 77,000 of the. What? So I'm just going to quickly do some calculating quickly. Right, so the person I told you guys about earlier that had 77,000 of those things, I've worked out probably be a bit more in dollars, but in my currency, change that to 80 and then add a 0, and that's how much money they've spent. That's freaking ridiculous. 800. That's not half. That's not nearly half a month's wages. What? How can someone spend that? Some people got too much money. That is actually crazy. God damn, man.
The tides have whispered of your arrival.
Oh, Cantarella. I wish I could just motorboat that chest of yours. Sorry, I'm just being completely honest. I mean, everyone's thinking it. Ugh. Fuck my life. Yeah, it is a great game though. I probably will like switch to it for a bit on my stream tomorrow. Well, I should say today, really. I wish I was on that finger. God damn. But yeah, I do need to head off because it's nearly 2:30 in the morning, and I probably gonna have a few drinks again when I shouldn't be. I love her hair though as well. The color of that is so nice. Honestly, whoever's doing these designs, you know what? I would give him a high five. But remember, Takeo plays Wooer as well, dude, and a lot more than me, so Takeo is definitely your kind of go-to for, you know, questions, guidance. I mean, Takeo kind of is with everything, to be fair. He's like that dude from Dragon Ball Z. I can't think what his bloody name is. With the sunglasses. But yeah, take it easy, guys. I'll catch you all later. I'm not going to say tomorrow. For you guys, it's probably tomorrow. For me, it's today because it's literally nearly 2:30 in the morning. But like I said, I will be streaming a lot longer tomorrow. I might do the same on Sunday as well, to be fair, because why not? But yeah, thanks for sticking around to KO. Appreciate you, my dude. Thanks as well as Andy for not bailing. I'm proud of you. I'll be sure to rub it in Shay's face for being a little bitch. And if Raven's still around, I do appreciate Raven stopping by as well. But yeah, take it easy, guys. I'll be on Discord for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half if you guys need anything. But yeah, take it easy.